Cathaoirleach, I'd first like to start by welcoming the Lama Executive Group that are in Leinster House today. Lama engaging in cross-party meetings on the terms and conditions of county councillors. I do know that the Minister's report, the Moorhead report, they're expecting that to be released fairly soon. And again, Leader, I know you have an interest in this too, so you might do what you can to get that report released. Gay Byrne was indeed the greatest radio presenter and TV presenter that this country has ever had. He did bring many issues that were taboo to the public attention. His passing, sad and all as it was not sudden or unexpected. It was right and proper that he was given a farewell, and I expect it was also right and proper that it was attended by leaders of society, political, religious and civic. However, Friday the 8th of November was also the 59th anniversary of the Niamba massacre, the day in which the first Irish soldiers were killed in overseas duties with the United Nations. Irish soldiers have served since that time in places such as the Congo, Cyprus, Sinai, Lebanon, Iran, Iraq, Somalia, Eritrea, Bosnia, Kosovo, East Timor, Liberia, Chad, Syria. The naval services served in the Mediterranean. For over 40 years, we slept safely in our beds, knowing our borders were guarded by members of the Defence Forces. Our Defence Forces have never been found wanting with respect to aid for the civil powers. Every day, members of the Defence Forces are working for the citizens of this country in bomb disposal, tackling drug interdiction, people smuggling, protection of our coastline and our fisheries. In all, a total of 86 soldiers of all ranks have died in service of the United Nations since 1960. Friday was their day of remembrance. It was the day members of the Defence Forces prepared and trained for in order that they could put their best foot forward for the families of the fallen. However, instead of honouring our fallen on their day, it was postponed because of Gay Byrne's funeral, an icon. I have to ask if the UK would have postponed their Remembrance Day if a TV personality had passed away a few days earlier and was to be buried on the same day. I've said it many times, we give our Defence Forces lots of flattery but little respect. But by postponing the day, military families get to remember their loved ones in the company of other families. I believe we have sunk to a new low. Gay Byrne deserved everything this country could give him to mark his passing, but surely the funeral could have been coordinated and the military event scheduled for the same day. I stand here today deeply embarrassed by the disrespect shown to my former colleagues of the Defence Forces. I believe I can be fairly certain that no President or Taoiseach ever rearranged their diary in order to attend the funerals of those who paid the ultimate price in the name of this country. Perhaps you'll indulge me, Cathaoirleach, as I go through the names. Felix Grant, Justin McCarthy, Kevin Gleeson, Hugh Gaynor, Peter Kelly, Liam Dugan, Matthew Farrell, Thomas Fennell, Anthony Brown, Michael McGinn, Gerard Killeen, Patrick Davis, Liam Kelly, Luke Kelly, Edward Gaffney, Patrick Mullins, Michael Nolan, Michael Fallon, Patrick Mulcahy, Andrew Wickham, Patrick Reardon, John Gagan, John Power, Reynold McCann, John McGrath, Thomas McMahon, Wallace Macaulay, John Hemmel, William Hetherington, James Ryan, Christopher McNamara, James Fagan, Ronald Byrne, Michael Kennedy, Brendan Cummins, Thomas Wickham, Michael Nestor, Gerard Moon, Thomas Reynolds, Philip Gagan, Stephen Griffin, Thomas Barrett, Derek Smallhorn, Edward Yates, Vincent Duffy, John Marshall, John Martin, Cueva Sirga. Just a few more. I believe they're entitled to this respect. Otherwise, I wouldn't have dreamt of putting it on the record.
You're gone a minute over time, Senator.
I'll be finished very quickly. Hugh Doherty, Neil Byrne, Gerard Hodges, Peter Burke, Gregory Morrow, Thomas Murphy, George Murray, Paul Fogarty, Angus Murphy, William O'Brien, Dermot McLaughlin, John Fitzgerald, George Bulger, Paul Cullen, Patrick Wright, Michael McNeil, Fintan Hennigan, Thomas Walsh, Mannix Armstrong, Charles Forrester, Michael O'Halloran, Michael McCarthy, Peter Ward, Martin Tynan, Kieran Stokes, Stephen O'Connor, John Lynch, Michael Dowling, Kevin Barrett, Billy Keaton, Jonathan Campbell, Declan Deere, Brendan Fitzpatrick, last few, Matthew Lawler, Jonathan Murphy, Peadar O'Flaherty, Derek Mooney, Paul Delaney and John Jack Griffin, Lieutenant Colonel, the last two. Here, look, I read their names because I believe they were entitled to respect, and I respect them deeply, as I know members of this House.
I respect them too, and I saluted them. It was very worthy.
Thank you very much indeed.
You understand the predicament you were putting the chair in, going 2 minutes over time.
Thank you very much, Les Here, look, I really appreciate you allowing me to do that. Thank you.